Hello, good evening. Am I audible to everybody?
जी सर। जी।
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, am I audible to everybody?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay.
Sh- Good evening to respected chief guests, chief patrons, eminent speakers, organizing directors, advisors, collaborators, and dear participants. I warmly welcome you all to the one-week training program Future 2026, Faculty Upgradation and Training Upskilling for Researchers and Education. My name is Dr. Anushi and I have the privilege of anchoring today's valuable event. Many participants have joined us through our YouTube channel also. Now, on the behalf of AgriVerse Green and EcoPass Agri Solution, our esteemed knowledge partners ICR Achali Ludhiana and ICR Atari Kolkata, and our valued collaborators Maharishi Markandeshwar University Ambala, Guru Kashi University Talwandi Sabo Bathinda, Akal Degree College Maswana Sangrur, and Sran Welfare Foundation Trust, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the one-week training program Future 2026, Faculty Upgradation and Training, Upskilling for Researchers and Education, being held from 14th to 20th April 2026. The key objectives of the Future 2026 is to strengthen professional competencies of faculty members, researchers, and participants in emerging educational and scientific domains, to promote effective use of artificial intelligence in education for teaching, learning, researchers, and academic writing, to enhance understanding of quality education, innovation pedagogy, and implementation of National Education Policy 2020 in higher education, to develop awareness about research ethics, academic integration, and plagiarism prevention and responsible research practices, to improve knowledge and practical skills in research methodology, scientific writing, and publication processes, to provide practical exposure on sustainable agriculture, beekeeping, mushroom cultivation, livestock, and horticulture for farmers and researchers. And in the last, to encourage innovation, entrepreneurship, and field oriented learning for sustainable rural and agriculture development. The thematic area of FDP is namely as Research Ethics, NDP 2020 Research Ecosystem, Research Methodology, Brain-Based Teaching, Quality in Higher Education, Assessment for Learning in Digital Spaces, Teacher as Mentor, and Life. The thematic area of training is Livestock, Crop Health, Beekeeping, Mushroom, Post-Harvest AI, Digital Marketing, and Cybersecurity, Fertilizer, and Crop Protection. Now, moving forward, it's time for today's session and also a time to introduce you all with our experts. It is my great honor and privilege to honor our distinguished keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Javed Ahmed Khan, an eminent academic leader, researcher, and thought leader in the field of neuroscience, psychology, and innovative education. Dr. Khan currently serves as the Dean Academics and Director IQAC at Guru Kashi University, where he plays a pivotal role in shaping academic excellence, quality assurance, and global engagement initiatives. With over 2 decades of rich experience in teaching, research, and academic leadership, he has significantly contributed to transforming higher education through student centric and outcome based approaches. He holds a PhD in biotechnology, an MSc in neurosciences from the prestigious International Max Planck Research School, Germany, and a master in clinical psychology with specialization in positive psychology. His interdisciplinary expertise bridges sciences, psychology, and education, making his approach both unique and highly impactful. Dr. Khan is an accomplished researcher with 100 plus publications, patents, and funded research projects, contributing extensively to the areas such as neurosciences, biotechnology, AI, and behavioral sciences. His work has received international recognition, supported by fellowships like a Max Planck Fellowship and collaboration with global institutions. Beyond research, Dr. Khan is widely recognized for his transformative training and mentorship. He has trained over 2,000, sorry, over 20,000 students and thousands of faculty members across India, empowering them with skills in brain based teaching, stress management, positive psychology, and career development. His sessions are known for their practical relevance, scientific depth, and engaging delivery. He is also a strong advocate of NEP 2020, AI integrated learning, and digital transformation in education, actively working towards building globally competent, future ready learners. His flagship programs on brain based teaching and stress management through Ikigai and positive psychology has been highly appreciated across institutions. Dr. Khan's vision is to create an education system where learning is not just informative but transformative, enabling students to think critically, act compassionately, and lead confidently in a rapidly evolving world. Today, we are very fortunate to have him with us as a speaker who seamlessly integrates science, psychology, and education to inspire meaningful change. Let us warmly welcome Professor Dr. Javed Ahmed Khan. Over to you, sir.
Namaskar. Thank you, Anushi, and for a
Welcome.
very long introduction. And yeah, so देखते हैं उस पर खरा उतरते नहीं उतरते. अगर 10% भी सिखा पाया कुछ आज तो आई विल बी वेरी फॉर्चुनेट इनफ because I'm here with a lot of learners, so around about 100 participants are there. I know most of you are highly tired. जैसे for example, I also just reach my home. तो अभी जस्ट 5 मिनट पहले ही पहुंचा हूँ मैं, तो आई नो इज देयर, सो लेट इट बी मोर फन एंड ट्राई टू बी इंटरेक्ट. आई रिक्वेस्ट डॉक्टर गुरप्रीत टू ओपन द चैट ऑल्सो and also give me a power that I can open the mic if possible. Let's try to be have interactive. So as Anushi has said about me, so I'm neuroscientist by training and psychologist as a by passion. But for a long time, I was an administrator into administration in different areas across the India and Europe. So travel, 12 years I was in VIT University, Vellore, Tamil Nadu, and then different places, Chandigarh University, Baba Farid, then now in Guru Kashi University. So Anushi was saying that I'm a neuroscientist. Anybody have an idea what is a neuroscientist? So just can you type the answer in a chat? Somebody who study about which organ of your body, the most important organ of your body. जो मोबाइल पे कर रहे हैं वो टाइप कर सकते हैं, और इफ़ यू वांट टू स्पीक आई कैन ओपन योर माइक आल्सो देयर. चैट खुली हुई है डॉक्टर गुरप्रीत?
जी सर.
हाँ हाँ, सो आई रिक्वेस्ट यू टू जस्ट बी हैव इंटरेक्टिव. नींद नहीं आएगी फिर, ठीक है? थोड़ा सा एक्टिव
जी
रहोगे और
जी
आपकी मोटर एक्टिविटी और सेंसरी एक्टिविटी भी थोड़ी चलती रहेगी. एंड सो कैन एनीबडी आंसर अमंग द पार्टिसिपेंट? अनुषी वाज सेइंग आई वाज अ न्यूरो साइंटिस्ट. सो क्या किस ऑर्गन पे मेरी रिसर्च है सारी की सारी? गूगल में से टाइप करोगे मेरा नाम जावेद अहमद खान तो यू विल फाइंड माय रिसर्च फील्ड आल्सो. सो आई एम सरप्राइज दैट नोबडी इज अ टाइपिंग आंसर. हैं अनुषी, कम से कम तुमने बोला तो भी टाइप कर दो कम से कम. है एक तो रिस्पॉन्स आएगा कम से कम. अच्छा चलिए.
As if I'm getting from the name, it is a science studies with nervous system.
Yeah, nervous system or the
Nervous
most
system or nerve.
important part of the body is your brain. So अभी
Right.
ये आपका सबसे important part है और इसी पे काम करना है. अगर टीचिंग लर्निंग में आप देखो, so whatever knowledge, yeah, okay, good. Satyan D. Christ University has said correctly. At least one person is alive. Ishan Mukherjee, good brain. So it's a brain, nerves, like that. So been studying for last 21 years into this area, but the passion started in 1980s when I was in 8th standard, 1985 I think. So जब था तब got to learn one sentence in a Wikipedia, oh sorry, encyclopedia पढ़ रहा था मैं. उसमें एक सेंटेंस लिखा हुआ था, वी नो लेस देन 2% अबाउट आवर ब्रेन, हाउ डज इट वर्क. तो मुझे बड़ा एक्साइटमेंट, यार ये फील्ड है मुझे लेनी है. सो दैट वाज इन 8th स्टैंडर्ड. सो लकीली इन दैट आई स्टार्टेड वर्किंग इन दैट एंड ट्राइंग टू नो. बट अभी भी मुझे पूछो कितना पता है ब्रेन के बारे में, लेस देन 2% हाउ डज वर्क. सो अभी भी इतना इट्स ए कॉम्प्लेक्स ऑर्गन देयर. तो उसी का हम यूज़ करके हाउ टू मेक क्लास एंगेजमेंट, दैट इज़ वॉट माई टुडे टॉक. ठीक है, तो एक्चुअली 2 दिन लोगों का दिमाग थोड़ा सा जग गया. अच्छा, ब्रेन का बड़ा एक खूबसूरत बात है. I am sure, I hope everybody can follow Hindi. Sometime I switch between Hindi and English. It's okay because certain jokes cannot translate it into English. But I try to speak, I try to have both the, use both the languages. तो मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट, सो अब भी हम लोग क्या है कि ब्रेन का बड़ा खूबसूरत बात यही है कि इसको जितना ज़्यादा यूज़ करोगे उतना अच्छा चलेगा. यही हमें स्टूडेंट को चाहिए कि वी वॉन्ट अवर स्टूडेंट शुड बी यूजिंग मोर ऑफ देयर ब्रेन। अभी जैसे मैं अगर एक सवाल पूछूं सबसे, हाउ मच व्हाट्स द वेट ऑफ योर ब्रेन, आपके ब्रेन का साइज कितना है इन केजी और ग्राम, कैन एनीबॉडी आंसर? यस, गुड, एहसान, ओके मुखर्जी, चलो गुड, किसी ने आंसर दिया। लेकिन कई बार क्या होता है कि हमें अपने बारे में पता नहीं है, दूसरे के बारे में पता है कि उसमें पक्का नहीं है। और एज अ टीचर, एज या 40-50 कविता मैम या सोनू, ओके, सो कई बार हमें अपने बारे में पता नहीं है लेकिन सामने वाले के बारे में पक्का पता है, यार इसमें तो है नहीं। जैसे सम ऑफ यू आर मैरिड आई थिंक, तो कई बार अपनी वाइफ अपनी हस्बैंड को, यार तुम में दिमाग नहीं है, हालांकि वो देयर नन ऑफ देम आर न्यूरो साइंटिस्ट, मतलब होंगे भी तो पता नहीं, चलो, बट आई थिंक वट एवर प्रोफाइल डॉक्टर गुरप्रीत हैज शेयर्ड, मोस्ट ऑफ यू आर नॉट फ्रॉम दिस एरिया, या कोई है इस एरिया से, सो बट स्टिल for checking somebody that he doesn't have a brain, you have to be a neuroscientist or you have to be a psychologist, and it's impossible that किसी के पास ब्रेन नहीं है। चलो 1450 ग्राम के बारे में बताया लोगों ने, कितना यूज़ करते होंगे हम लोग पर डे? अभी फॉर एग्जांपल मैं बोल रहा हूँ, आप सुन रहे हो, तो जो लोग सुन रहे हैं वो ठीक है, जो नहीं सुन रहे तो उनका तो मतलब एक्टिव है ही नहीं, दे आर ऑल टू देयर। सो लेस देन 2% अभी भी यूज़ कर रहे हैं, मतलब 10% मैक्सिमम। और एक फिल्म अगर देखोगे, लूसी एक फिल्म आई थी, आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू सीन, कि जस्ट रेज हैंड, योर हैंड इफ यू सीन द मूवी कॉल्ड लूसी, LUCY, चलो गुड, अनुशी, एंड आई कैन सी सम ऑफ द हैंड रेज हेयर, ओके, मोहित, प्रद्युमन, सो कुछ लोगों ने देखी है, इट्स गुड टू सी दैट। सो हेयर देयर एट द एंड ऑफ द मूवी शी यूजेज 100% ऑफ ब्रेन, और क्या होता है 100%? शी वैनिसेस। चलो वो तो हम प्रॉमिस नहीं कर सकते कि 100% यूज़ करो, बट कुछ ट्रिक्स हैं कि वेयर यू कैन यूज़ योर ब्रेन मोर एंड ऑल्सो मेक योर स्टूडेंट, सबसे बड़े स्टेक होल्डर आपके स्टूडेंट्स ही हैं, जिनका आप चाहते हो वो कम से कम 100% तो नहीं, कम से कम 10% तो मैक्सिमम यूज़ कर लें। और आज की डेट में पता ही आपको कितना यूज़ करते हो, जैसे ही आप क्लास में एंटर करते हो, कोई उनके पास स्विच है, वो आते ही बंद कर देते हैं, सुनना बंद कर देते हैं, आपको देखना बंद कर देते हैं, लगेगा आपको देख रहे हैं लेकिन नहीं है। सवाल पूछोगे क्या पढ़ा है, एट द एंड एवरीबडी इज ब्लैंक। तो या 0.1%, ओके, सो हमें क्या चाहिए कि मैक्सिमम यूज़ करें। तो आज का जो हमारा टॉपिक है इसी के बारे में है, एंड या सो ओके, आई थिंक इट्स visible to everybody, I think. Just give a thumbs up if it's visible to everybody.
Yes, sir. It's
Okay,
visible.
good. ठीक है, तो अभी मैं एक आपको जब नेक्स्ट स्लाइड आपकी आएगी, तो आई जस्ट वांट यू टू फोकस ऑन द सेंटर ऑफ द इमेज, सेंटर ऑफ द इमेज। सो व्हेन यू सी अ सेंटर इमेज, व्हाट डू यू से? जस्ट टाइप आंसर इन योर चैट। क्या लग रहा है आपको जब सेंटर में आप देखते हो तो उसको? I know for some of you, Kavita madam and other people are, maybe it's repetitive. I try to add certain new things into this thing. ठीक है, फ्लावर दिख रहा है, लेकिन सेंटर डॉट में देखते हो तो क्या दिखता है आपको? जस्ट फोकस ऑन द सेंटर। कुछ दिखा किसी को? नहीं, ओके, ग्रूव दिखा, चलो गुड। किसी को मूविंग दिखता है क्या ये?
Yes.
ओके, चलो कुछ लोगों को दिख गया, ठीक है, चलो गुड दिख गया। तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि आपने थोड़ा थोड़ा लगा रखी है, इस डजंट मीन नहीं, अभी 6 बजे हैं एंड सम ऑफ यू आर हु आर इनटू ड्रिंक या कुछ भी करते हैं, या वैसे भी जो थक गए होंगे, लगता है सब कुछ घूम रहा है, सर दर्द हो रहा है, वैसा कुछ नहीं है, इट्स एन इल्यूजन। ठीक है, गुड, ओके, हियर व्हाट यू कैन सी, you can see two faces or a vase. I think everybody can see. It's depend on your perception. How do you see? So there is a sensation and there is a perception. Sensation, for example, ये होता है, perception बनता है image created out of your mind, and that sometime hallucinative. and जैसे आप बोल रहे हो, आपको लग रहा है सामने वाला सुन रहा है, तो वो perceive क्या कर रहा है वो आपको पता नहीं चलेगा, आपको सिर्फ इतना पता है कि आप क्या बोल रहे हो। वट पर्सन फ्रंट ऑफ यू परसीविंग डजंट नो। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, कुछ लोगों को ये इमेज लगेगी 2 फेसेस, सम पीपल विल सी एट द वास, फ्लावर वास, ओके। Okay, do you think that these are the straight lines?
Yeah.
Are they straight lines? Okay. Okay, some people said no. Okay. So these are all straight lines, but it perceived as tilted line. Now, in my next slide, I need one volunteer. Just raise your hand. As soon as I change my slide, I want him or her to start reading without thinking.
I can only speak right now, so I will be that
ओके गुड
volunteer.
गुड अनुषी अनुषी सो अनुषी करना क्या है जैसे ही स्लाइड चेंज होगी यू स्टार्ट रीडिंग विदाउट थिंकिंग सोचना नहीं
Okay,
है जस्ट स्टार्ट
okay,
रीडिंग ठीक है ओके स्टार्ट
okay. I could not believe that I could already understand what I was reading. Using the incredible power of the human mind, according to research at Cambridge University, it does not matter in what order the letters in the word are. The only important thing is that the first and the last letter be in the right place. The rest can be thought mess and you
विदाउट
can
थिंकिंग जस्ट रीड कीप ऑन रीडिंग
still read it without a problem. This is because the human mind does not read every letter by itself, but the word as a whole. Amazing, huh? Yeah, and I always thought sleeping was important. See if your friends can read this too.
Okay, good. Thank you, Anushi. So the correct spelling was this, and Anushi was reading the jumble up work. It's so whatever information is front of you, that is because of perception. She already have all of us, not Anushi has a superpower to read this. All of you have tried, I think. That what is happening is basically your mind already know the language, your mind already know the first and last word combined, वो सारे वर्ड पता है आपको, वो वहीं से पढ़ रहा है, सामने क्या लिखा हुआ डजेंट मैटर. तो यू कैन सी दैट द स्टूडेंट sees you all your actions and you don't need to repeat each and every line from the book, every line from the notes. You give them something which they already know, build on that thing. That is what the first message on that. Okay, now one quick exercise. Okay, can you see that? What you can see?
It's blank actually.
Okay, you just wait a second. Now can you see something? No. Okay, chalo, wait a second, wait a second. Just wait a second. Just wait a second, just. Okay, I'm sorry, I think this is not working. And okay, we'll go back to this thing. I thought we'll. Yeah. So, what is the purpose of teaching learning process? Can you just type an answer in the chat box? In the yeah, in the chat box. Is it visible? What is the purpose of this thing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is visible.
Okay, so someone has written exchange and enhancement of the knowledge, communicate knowledge in a easily understanding ways. Okay, what was that? I don't understand. Puja. Okay, exchange the ideas. Good. Good. Okay, so if you can see that one the keyword, if you say that majority of, so unfortunately that I don't know why Mentimeter is not working. So okay, increasing the knowledge, skills, and this thing, acquisition of knowledge, skill, behavior change, students. Okay, so all of us think that is somewhere is the down the line, because we were taught in a some process that teaching learning process means delivering the content, delivering the knowledge. But if you see the purpose of the teaching learning, the whole system of education has been defined that they can live their life using the skill whatever you teach in the classroom. And same thing when they apply commercially to a company or other things, that is something useful to the whole society. That is the purpose of whole education system. For example, let's say some of you are from the agriculture background, and since one of the sponsor or one of the organizer is Agriverse, Dr. Gurpreet, and they're all from agriculture field. So when you teach student BSc agriculture, ultimate aim that some way they can help the society to improve the production of the crops or the animals, or take care and overall production increase if they work in a company or if they work in a farm. So ultimately when they go to a farm, they're able to work. Unfortunately, I asked some question to most of the agriculturists. Wherever I've been as a dean academic, luckily the agriculture was also part of my one of the department I was handling. So I asked the student, to the agriculture people, suppose I remove all the farmers of India, ask them to go home and rest. Now the farming and everything will be done by all pass out of BSc agriculture. Now tell me, do you think our crop production will increase or decrease? Just say increase or decrease. Decrease. Or you can say, can we, do we die? Will there be a famine in India if all the agriculturists, educated agriculturists, who are supposed to know each and everything, and the farmer, I'm not assuming anything, farmers are also literate sometimes, but sometimes they have a professional degree, but they are educated, not in a traditional way, but at least they are not BSc agriculturist. So farmer who has experience, we are removing. So okay, is or done out of the experience, good. And somewhere we have made it in a way that the farming or teaching agriculture, giving some MSTs, giving them some quizzes, giving them some exam, make them agriculturist. And a farmer who, let's say, sometime they never been to college or a school, he know the skill. So ultimately the skill part is missing in our education system. That is what today's talk also is about. That is all today is about the FDP, that how to inculcate skills in student and what they are doing. Same thing. Let's say we have an, okay, good. Same thing, let's say MLT, medical lab technology, whatever we are teaching, and somebody who is being trained by a doctor who stays in a hospital, don't have a degree but know how to draw blood, and who know how to read, let's say, reports and everything. Sometimes you don't need a structural degree. Experience matters a lot. So that is what the purpose is, to associate the requirement of a society to whatever we are teaching. And we have misinterpreted, we have divided everything into a knowledge, into a lesson plan, into a timetable, into a syllabus. We forget what is the ultimate aim. So as a teacher, your focus should be skill. Okay, good. Now why students are not interested in a classroom teaching, or put it this way, attention is so you can see the average human being, the attention span is 12 seconds. In 2000, in 2013 it is 8. And can you guess what is the now attention span of an individual? Can you just get a rough guess? What is it now in 2026? A rough guess. 3 seconds. Okay, good. Good. 3 seconds is Mohit. Yeah, it's very less. Okay. So goldfish is one. I don't know how many of you know about goldfish. It has a 9 second, very least in animal kingdom. And we are lesser than that. So it's average 6 seconds. Yeah, 5 to 6 seconds. So, and we think that the culprit are the mobile phones. That is one true aspect, and also the teachers also is a culprit. We make classroom so boring. None of the students want to study and see teacher continuously. So वो थोड़ी सी issue है. Okay. So you can see that the learning pyramid starting with the lecture and the last teach others. I don't know how many of you were able to use all this methodology and teach others. If you ask, I'll not because we have a very less of time, so we'll not have interaction more. We'll try to cover as much possible. So you see that, try to see that from the lecture to teach other. I'll see the problems. One of the major problem will come to you. Sir, time nahi hai sade kol. We don't have a time. We don't have because we have to complete the syllabus. We cannot go to the last stage. Teach other because timing है sir. But what we have done, आपने देखा time आपके 4 lecture, you have a 4 lecture per week. What we did, we had delivered content delivery. Outcome देखा नहीं है. Student का retention हुआ नहीं है. So in place of that, you divide subject syllabus in such a way there is give a task at home, read and come back. Give them a practice, give them a problem, and try to them solve the solution, and whoever have solved or found the solution to problems you have given at home, ask them to teach to the others. आप लास्ट में पहुंच गए. That is what should be doing in a classroom. ठीक है, सॉरी, ये हमारे स्टूडेंट करते हैं अक्सर, ये देखा ही होगा आपने. खैर ठीक है. सो नाउ वी कम टू द मेन पार्ट. ये कॉम्प्लेक्स लग रहा है. इट्स अ डाइसेक्शन ऑफ ए ब्रेन. What we are doing, you can see the lot of this thing, and the main part is the frontal lobe, which is a most important part of your brain, which is used for the analytical thinking, which is least used in a classroom. What we are focused in, hippocampus. Hippocampus is for memory, content delivery. amygdala भी टच नहीं करते हम लोग. तो हमारा फोकस होना चाहिए your front or your frontal lobe, that is for the analytical. Give them some problem. Start your classroom teaching with a problem, and the solution lies in that lecture. So at the end you will reach the solution. For example, कुछ भी आप पढ़ा रहे हो. Let's say you are teaching to the student basic plant breeding. प्लांट ब्रीडिंग पढ़ा रहे हो, ठीक है. वाई इट्स सो इम्पॉर्टेंट? यू कम दैट ये अगर वो वाइल्ड टाइप सब सिर्फ रहेगा हमारे पास, तो व्हाट शुड बी द प्रोडक्शन नाउ, एंड कैन यू फीड दिस मच पॉपुलेशन ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड? यू नीड अ हाइब्रिड वेराइटी. और हाइब्रिड कैसे निकालोगे, उसका सोल्यूशन मैं आज क्लास में बता रहा हूँ आपको मैं. सो देन द स्टूडेंट विल लर्न. यू स्टार्ट विद द प्रॉब्लम, शो देम अ फेस, हाउ डज अ फेमिन लुक लाइक. जब सूखा पड़ता है या खाने को नहीं होता तो क्या होता है, हाउ डज अ ह्यूमन फेस लुक लाइक. अब जब ऐसी चीज़ें आप दिखाओगे, सो व्हाट यू आर टारगेटिंग, यू आर टारगेटिंग एमिग्डाला, you are targeting hypothalamus, you are targeting their thinking frontal lobe. So as much part of your brain you can activate, that lead to retention, that lead to problem solving, that lead to your engagement in a classroom. ठीक है. सो लर्निंग, अब जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल आप सबकी एज होगी मे बी 25 to 40 और 48 या 50 ऐसी हो होगी. डू यू थिंक द लर्निंग स्टॉप्स? Basic definition is any relatively permanent change in behavior that occur as a result of practice and experience. Three element of that in the definition. For example, you have learned something. You are expert in that area. कई बार आप पूछते हो स्टूडेंट से, डू यू नो दिस थिंग? सर पता नहीं. Then you say, okay sir, अभी तो I taught you yesterday, I taught you day before yesterday, and I am teaching you for last whole semester and you don't know the basic thing. But you forget कि आपने तो काफ़ी देर से पढ़ा हुआ है. ठीक है, आपने रिपीटेशन, आपने बीएससी कर ली, एमएससी कर ली, मतलब जस्ट सॉरी जस्ट टेकिंग अ साइंस साइड एग्जांपल, मे बी सम पीपल आर फ्रॉम आर्ट्स आल्सो. सो बीएससी, एमएससी, पीएचडी, आपको तो वो चीज़ें पूरी याद है टिप्स पे, बिकॉज इट्स केम इनटू अ परमानेंट चेंज इन योर बिहेवियर, इन योर माइंड, इट्स स्टक. फॉर देम इट्स न्यू. सो मे बी anything which permanent. For example, if you ask you to ride a cycle, all of you know how to ride a cycle, it's become permanent. Starting a problem आई होगी, remember one first day, or remember the first day of your school when you started writing alphabets. You writing, जैसे अभी मैं पूछूँ आपसे 23 + 24 कितना होता है? How many can answer that is fast? कौन बता सकता है? 23 + 24. चलो आ गया नमन शर्मा का 47. अच्छा, यही सवाल नमन जी, नमन शर्मा है ना, तो ले ओके, काफ़ी लोगों ने दे दिया आंसर. अगर यही सवाल मैंने पूछा होता अगर आप एलकेजी में होते, वुड हैव गिवन मी आंसर? एलकेजी, जस्ट रिमेंबर एलकेजी. नो, यस. सो यू डोंट नॉट गिवन मी आंसर. क्यों? क्योंकि उस टाइम आपने प्रैक्टिस ही नहीं की. अभी तो इतनी बार तो प्रैक्टिस कर ली, मैथ्स पूरे टिप्स पे याद हो गया. ठीक है, अभी मैं आपसे पूछूँ कॉस स्क्वायर प्लस सेक स्क्वायर थीटा, आगे क्या होता है वो शायद याद ना हो. टेक्नोमेट्री है थोड़ी सी, वो इतने फार्मूले हमें याद नहीं होंगे क्योंकि वो इतनी बार प्रैक्टिस नहीं किया, भूल भी गए. मैं तो खैर बायोलॉजिस्ट, तो हालांकि वी हैव स्टडीड अप टू बीएससी सेकंड ईयर मैथ्स, बट स्टिल मुझे भी याद नहीं. मैं ऐसे एग्जांपल दिया कि अनलेस एंड यू रिपीट, कीप ऑन रिपीटिंग दिस थिंग. सो दैट इज व्हाट परमानेंट चेंज वी आर फोकसिंग ऑन. अनुषी, हाउ मच टाइम आई हैव?
Sir, you have about 25 minutes.
ओके गुड. चलो ठीक है, ठीक है, हम लोग कुछ स्किप कर देते हैं. 4 टाइप ऑफ लर्निंग: हैबिचुअल, क्लासिकल कंडीशनिंग, ऑपरेंट कंडीशनिंग एंड ऑब्जर्वेशन. सो हैबिचुअल इज फॉर एग्जांपल रिफ्लेक्स. अभी आपको पता है कि गर्म तवे को या किसी भी गर्म चीज़ को हाथ लगाने से उसको वापस खींचना है. दैट्स अ नॉर्मल रिफ्लेक्स, दैट्स अ वेरी प्रिमिटिव लर्निंग, यू ऑल हैव लर्न. ठीक है, और जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल it's a very primitive form of this thing. You get a reward or you get a punishment. That is habituation. Classical conditioning, you have seen, किसी को याद है क्लासिकल कंडीशनिंग कि पैवलोव एक्सपेरिमेंट क्या होता है? पैवलोव एक्सपेरिमेंट किसी को थोड़ा सा याद होगा? ठीक है, ये शायद याद होगा कि as soon as there was a scientist, Russian scientist known as Pavlov, physiologist. So as soon as he entered his home, he would see that his dog start salivating, मतलब थूक निकलने लगता है अपना डॉग पे. तो वो उसने ऑब्जर्व किया, उसने कहा क्या चक्कर है ऐसा. देन he came up with a theory which called conditioned learning, which says that as soon as he come home, he come and feed his dog, give a meat. अब मीट देखते ही क्या होगा? डॉग के मुंह में पानी आएगा ही आएगा. तो अभी क्या किया कि जैसे ही बेल बजती थी, बेल बजने का मतलब है मालिक आ रहा है, मालिक आ रहा है मतलब कि उसको खाना देगा. दैट इज व्हाट दिस साइकिल गोज. एंड एज सुन एज यू कंबाइन कंडीशनल एंड अनकंडीशनल स्टिमुलस टुगेदर, एट द एंड जो बेल बजाने से ही आपको यू स्टार्ट दिस थिंग. सो अब ये आपको पूछोगे सर इसको कैसे अपने क्लासरूम में लाया जाए? यू स्टार्ट अ रिचुअल, कोई भी रिचुअल. अपने आने से कुछ भी, आपने किसी बच्चे को बोला तो गाना गाना है, या तो आपने किसी बच्चे को बोल दिया, कुछ आपने लिख दिया ब्लैक बोर्ड पे. सो मेक अ इम्प्रेशन ऑफ यू सो दैट एज सुन एज यू कम द स्टूडेंट नोज दैट टुडे दे आर गोइंग टू लर्न समथिंग न्यू. कोई भी एक रिचुअल आप बना लीजिए, दैट विल हेल्प देम. और लेट्स से दूसरा होता है रिवॉर्ड सिस्टम, चलो उस पर हम बाद में आएंगे. तो ये आप करिए. Fears, I think everyone has a fear. That is what this thing, that neutral and this thing. For example, I don't know how many of you are afraid of cockroaches or lizard. अब आपको पता होगा as a biologist we all know that lizard और cockroaches कभी काटते नहीं हैं. They don't bite, but still we are afraid because we have seen some movies, certain things that we have developed a conditional fear out of this. Okay, this is very operant conditioning is what we are following, that we associate our behavior with the punishment or reward. Example, negative reinforcement, positive reinforcement, extension and punishment. I don't know how many of you seen this circus. किसने सर्कस देखा है क्या? ये दिख रहा है लायन आपको? हाँ, यू माइट हैव सीन सर्कस. अभी खैर चलो मेनका गांधी आने के बाद काफ़ी एनिमल्स बैन हो गए थे, ये हो गया. तो उसमें हमने देखा कैसे कि एक 5-6 शेर, लायन, अ बिग एनिमल कंट्रोल्ड बाय अ पर्सन. कई बार वो स्किनी सा ही पर्सन होगा, स्टिल ही कैन कंट्रोल द लायन. हाउ इज पॉसिबल? हाउ इज पॉसिबल? It's only, and इसी तरह एक और एग्जाम्पल है. आई डोंट नो एनीबडी इज फ्रॉम केरला और सम अदर प्लेस वेयर certain people, मतलब sometimes you have an elephant with them. Elephant is such a huge animals, still it's covered, मतलब it's managed by a single person. वो पतला सा होगा, still he can manage. ये दो both the example. कैसे? Because that is condition from a childhood. बचपन से ही क्या किया गया कि शेर का जब बच्चे लेके आते हैं, बड़े से ट्रेन नहीं करते हैं, बच्चे से जब लाए उसको, व्हेन दे आर कब, दे whenever they perform a trick they get a meat, they get a reward. Whenever they do a wrong thing they get a stick. To avoid the punishment and to get a reward, her brain started for the learning. तो कहीं ना कहीं ये हमें अपने क्लासरूम में लाना है कि every time a student answer a question, perform a well, give them a reward. So give them a small toffees. एक कोई भी चीज़ छोटी सी, just wait a second. Okay, so give them something to give to the student. Automatically their brain start working towards that learning, जो भी आप पढ़ा रहे हो. So a positive symbols, that for example studying good earns a good grade. I'll give you an example. ये हुआ है, that's a real story. Is one of our teacher, he was a bit lazy. He's a professor in my few years back universities where I was teaching. Sorry. So what he used to give is, he used to give average grade to each and every student. So everyone get a same grade, whether he does the hard work, he doesn't do a hard work. 50 में सबके 47, 48, 47, 48, 47. So can you guess what is the major drawback in this system? क्या हुआ होगा उसके बाद? सबसे ज्यादा कि कौन से बच्चे अफेक्ट हुए होंगे, जो कम पढ़ने वाले या ज्यादा पढ़ने वाले?
ज्यादा पढ़ने वाले.
Yes, good. Injustice to the good student. So somebody who has been doing work hard, they stop doing the work hard. क्यों? क्योंकि यार सर पढ़ने का फायदा ही नहीं है कुछ हमारे पास. We all are क्या कहते हैं, वी आर द सेम. अब उनको उसका नुकसान किसको हुआ? सोसाइटी को. These person, if they have continued their work hard, they might रैम द, ठीक है, हाँ. सो दे स्टॉप वर्किंग. अच्छा, पनिशमेंट का ठीक है, सेम थिंग दैट यू पनिशमेंट Now I think all of you know, I don't know how many of you are old enough to get beaten by your teacher. Anybody? जिसको पिटाई हाथ पे डंडे पड़े हों या किसी को कुछ हुआ हो. ओके, कुछ लोगों को पड़ा है, ठीक है. अब अलाउड है क्या? डू यू थिंक नाउ इट्स अलाउड?
No.
इट्स नॉट अलाउड. क्यों? बिकॉज सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जजमेंट आ गया था. देर वॉज अ फ्यू इंसिडेंट्स वेयर स्टूडेंट हैव डाइड. एक आई रिमेंबर इन अवर टाइम्स after I think somewhere in year 2001 or something, where a teacher has punished to stand in outside in a sun and that person dies of dehydration. एक और केस हुआ था, जो डस्टर होता है उसको उठा के मारा एंड दैट गाय लॉस्ट हिज आइज. तो उसके बाद सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जजमेंट आया कि दैट यू कैन नॉट डू अ कैपिटल पनिशमेंट. अच्छा, आप में से कितने लोगों को लगता है कि ये होना चाहिए कैपिटल पनिशमेंट? अभी अभी आजकल के बच्चे जो हैं उनको मिलनी चाहिए. Yes and no. Does punishment is essential to? Does physical punishment is essential to teaching? ओके, नो नो, होना चाहिए. चलो सर्वेंद्र जी बताएं कि होना चाहिए. चलिए. और हाँ, ठीक है. यस, कुछ लोग ठीक है. नो. ओके, ठीक है. अभी क्योंकि बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं, मतलब चलो, आई एम सी पेशेंट इज अ क्लिनिकल साइकोलॉजिस्ट. तो आई सी लॉट ऑफ इफेक्ट्स इज देयर व्हेन देयर इज अ दिस काइंड ऑफ दिस थिंग. बट देयर आर बेटर टूल्स अवेलेबल. उस टाइम इतने टूल्स नहीं थे. हमारे पास बहुत अच्छे टूल्स अवेलेबल हैं विच कैन इंक्रीज द टीचिंग लर्निंग दिस थिंग रादर देन पनिशिंग. एंड पनिशमेंट का ये मतलब नहीं होता कि सिर्फ डंडा लेके आपने चला दिया. पनिशमेंट का मतलब ये भी होता है यू टेक देयर प्रिविलेजेस. कि आज आपने लंच में और स्पोर्ट्स पीरियड में कहीं बाहर नहीं जाना है. That is this thing. Do them, give them extra homework. Punish in that direction, not punish physical punishment. Okay. ठीक है. चलिए, अब आते हैं मेन आज के टॉपिक में. सॉरी, थोड़ा सा समय बांधने में टाइम लगता है. सो ऑल ऑफ यू नो दैट वी हैव अ 5 सेंसेस. सबको पता है मेरे ख्याल से 5 सेंसेस कौन कौन से हैं? विजुअल, ऑडिटरी, टच, ऑल्फैक्टरी एंड टेस्ट. डज एनीवन नो कि 6th सेंस भी होता है? क्या होता है 6th सेंस? जस्ट टाइप योर आंसर. 6th सेंस. और कोई बोलना है तो बोल दीजिए.
Consciousness.
ओके, गुड. कॉन्शियसनेस. चलिए, हाउ वी डिफाइन कॉन्शियसनेस?
Um,
एक्चुअली इफ,
presence,
हाँ, या टेल मी.
presence of mind.
Yeah, presence of mind. And if you see,
हाँ.
the consciousness come from all of these
All
5
these 5.
senses मिलाकर.
Yes.
ठीक है.
Among
यस,
it.
गुड नमन. इट्स अ मिक्सचर ऑफ ऑल कॉन्शियस. ठीक है. और वो जो फिल्म भी आई थी श्यामलाल की, 6 सेंस, या समबडी हैव रिटन करेक्ट, इंट्यूशन. वो भी अगर आप देखो, इंट्यूशन ऑल्सो कम फ्रॉम दीज 5 senses and intuition come from your subconscious. I give you one example. I'm none of things I'll be speaking which is non-scientific. ऐसी कोई बात नहीं बोलूँगा which is not, because I personally believe in science. मुझे वही आता है, बस साइंस ही आती है मुझे. वो म्यूज़िक और डांस वांस और ड्राइंग वो सब नहीं आता मुझे. वो लकीली बच्चे मेरे ठीक ठाक हैं, वो कर लेते हैं. तो वही सोचता हूँ कहाँ से उनको आया, बट मेरे को नहीं आता. मेरे को साइंस आती है सर. तो वो ऐसी बात नहीं. इंट्यूशन इज़ अ मिक्सचर ऑफ दिस थिंग. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई गिव यू वन एग्जाम्पल. आपने रूम में एंटर किया, 4 लोगों ने एंटर किया, एंड 4 लोगों में किसी ने कहा कि कुछ गड़बड़ है, कुछ गड़बड़ है. क्या है पता नहीं, कुछ गड़बड़ है. कुछ देर बाद उस घर में आग लग जाती है. क्या हुआ? गैस लीक हो रही है. कॉन्शियस आपका जो नोज है, दैट इज अ कॉन्शियस. आपको बहुत स्ट्रांग स्मेल है, आप कॉन्शियसली स्मेल कर लोगे एक सब थ्रेशोल्ड से ऊपर, एंड योर ब्रेन विल रियलाइज व्हाट विल हैपन, बिकॉज यू नो जब गैस लीक होती है तो क्या होता है, यू हैव टू गैस स्लो डाउन, अदरवाइज कोई भी लाइटर जलाएगा घर जल जाएगा. ये आपने फिल्मों में भी देखा हुआ है. तो आपका सबकॉन्शियस ब्रेन ने पूरी स्टोरी बना ली और आपके कॉन्शियस ब्रेन को सिग्नल दिया कुछ गड़बड़ है. पूरी बात बताई नहीं उसने, बिकॉज कॉन्शियस एंड सबकॉन्शियस वही होता है कि जो somebody who have conquer this वो कर सकते हैं, लेकिन एज अ नॉर्मल ह्यूमन बीइंग इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट. लेकिन आपको इंट्यूशन है कुछ गड़बड़ है. सेम थिंग व्हेन यू मीट अ पर्सन. कई बार फील होता है कि यार ये बंदा सही नहीं है, कुछ तो गड़बड़ है इस बंदे में। ऐसा हुआ कभी? आप किसी से मिले हो, अगला यार कुछ तो गड़बड़ है। अच्छा, आई गिव वन व्हाट साइंटिफिक एक्सप्लेनेशन फॉर दिस ऑल्सो। आप पर डे तकरीबन ना करते करते भी 100 लोगों के चेहरे देखते हो, 100 इवेंट देखते हो। नॉट एवरीथिंग यू रिमेंबर। आपने जिस आदमी से आज मिले, जिसको लग रहा है देख कर कि इस बंदे में गड़बड़ है, आपने हो सकता कभी मिले हो उसको, उस टाइम वो कुछ गड़बड़ कर रहा हो, कुछ ट्रैफिक लाइट कर रहा हो, कभी कुछ चोरी कर रहा हो, लेकिन आपको याद नहीं वो इंसिडेंट पूरा सबकॉन्शियस में स्टोर है। दैट गिव यू वन इंस्टेंट। तो इस तरह की चीज़ें होती हैं हमारे साथ, एंड वी कॉल देम इंट्यूशन। ठीक है। सो अभी देखते हैं कि 5 सेंसेस हैं। अभी क्लासरूम में हमारे सिर्फ 2 सेंसेस हम यूज़ करते हैं, ईयर और आइस, उसके अलावा यूज़ नहीं करते। आँख को भी कैसे करते हैं वो बहुत कम। आवर ब्रेन रीड, आवर आइज रीड द वर्ड। हम बोल रहे हैं और कुछ दिखा रहे हैं, वर्ड लेटर, दैट इज डजंट मैटर। गिव देम अ डायग्राम्स, गिव देम अ चार्ट, गिव देम अ फनी इमेजेस। अब जैसे ही आपने फनी इमेजेस दिखानी स्टार्ट कर दी, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल लेट्स से यू आर टीचिंग अ मॉलिक्यूलर बायोलॉजी। मॉलिक्यूलर बायोलॉजी में आपने क्या किया, डीएनए और आरएनए को डांस करते हुए दिखा दिया। आप डिफरेंस पढ़ा रहे हो आरएनए डीएनए में डांस करते हुए दिखा दिया। डू यू थिंक दैट ये इमीडिएट उनको समझ आ गया डीएनए में डिफरेंस क्या है? वहाँ आपने दिखा दिया यूरेसिल, यहाँ नहीं दिखाया, इस तरह का डिफरेंस दिखा दिया आपने, मतलब तो आपको ज़िंदगी भर याद रहेगा। और वो अभी वीडियोज़ लकीली टच, बहुत सारे अच्छे अच्छे वीडियोज़ हैं व्हेन यू टीच, बट ओनली थिंग इज़ दैट यू हैव टू मेक श्योर कि आप करना क्या चाह रहे हो। कंटेंट डिलीवरी करना चाह रहे हो या स्किल इंप्रूव करना चाह रहे हो? अगर स्किल इंप्रूव करना चाह रहे हो तो आप शुड बी सेल्फ मोटिवेटेड। कंटेंट को छोड़ दो, स्किल पे जाओ। 4 में से अगर आपने 2 स्किल भी सिखा दी अपने क्लासरूम में, यू आर द बेस्ट टीचर। सिलेबस खत्म करा दिया, कुछ नहीं आया बच्चों को, पास कर दिया, you are the worst teacher and definitely the worst citizen also of country. That is what Europeans are doing. That's what they are focusing on, less of content, more of skill. That is what we have to do and we are doing in certain universities and we should do. अच्छा, implement videos and animation. अच्छा, एनिमेशन का क्या? अभी AI के टाइम में मैं आपको, चलो इसके सेकंड पार्ट मैंने देना था, लेकिन वो किसी और दिन, अगर गुरप्रीत जी अलाउ करेंगे तो किसी और दिन बुलाएंगे। आई विल गिव यू वन ऑफ द फ्री टूल्स अवेलेबल टू इम्प्रूव द विजुअल लर्निंग स्ट्रैटेजी। मुझे लगा पहले ये आपको पता होना चाहिए कि ज़रूरत क्यों है, देन विल कम टू द सेकंड पार्ट, हाउ टू यूज़ AI फॉर योर टीचिंग। इम्प्लीमेंट एनिमेशन विद इन, आपने कंटेंट बनाया, विद इन फ्रैक्शन ऑफ सेकेंड इट विल गिव यू एन एनिमेशंस। इनकरेज स्टूडेंट टू डू अ माइंड मैप कि यार ये टॉपिक था, यहाँ से स्टार्ट किया, यहाँ तक खत्म हुआ। दैट विल इम्प्रूव दी योर विजुअल लर्निंग। ऑडिटरी, अभी आप होता क्या है ऑडिटरी में, देखिए आप कि यू स्पीक्स, स्टूडेंट लिसन टू यू। मोनोलॉग है, आप बोल रहे हो, स्टूडेंट सुन रहे हैं। डिस्कशन नहीं, लेक्चर नहीं, स्टोरी टेलिंग नहीं। कन्वर्ट पॉसिबल एवरीथिंग इनटू अ स्टोरी। एक हीरो रखो, एक विलन रखो। डू यू थिंक दैट पूरा सुनेंगे अच्छे से? सब सुनेंगे। हो सके मोबाइल से वट एवर म्यूजिक कैन यू इम्प्रूव, एड म्यूजिक टू इट। 99% रिटेंशन, दैट विल हेल्प इन, बिकॉज ऑडिटरी कॉर्टेक्स पे जाएगी, ईयर में जाएगी, ऑडिटरी कॉर्टेक्स जाएगी, एनालिसिस होगी एंड रिमेंबर फॉर यू। यू माइट हैव सीन दैट स्टूडेंट से गाना पूछ लो, सबको याद है, तो एसोसिएट योर टॉपिक विद सिद्धू मूसेवाला, एसोसिएट विद लता मंगेशकर, एसोसिएट विद आस्था भोसले, खैर एनीवे मैंने तीनों के नाम लिए। ऑल द 3 सिंगर्स आर नो मोर विद अस, बट म्यूजिक नेवर डाइज। दे ऑल हेयर विद अस इन द फॉर्म ऑफ म्यूजिक। और बच्चों को भी पता है, करो जो उनको लगता है अच्छा वही। एक हर एक क्लासरूम में एक रिदम और टिपिकल म्यूजिक होना चाहिए। बच्चों को लगे कि यार आज सर कौन सा म्यूजिक सुनाएंगे, आज किसका गाना सुनाएंगे। कितना टाइम लगेगा एक गाना सुनने में? चलो आपने गाना भी चला दिया, लेट्स से पूरा गाना ही चला दिया आपने, कितना टाइम लगेगा? हाउ मच टाइम इट विल टेक टू लिसन टू वन सॉन्ग?
3 minutes maximum.
3 मिनट मैक्सिमम। कितना टाइम हो गया होता है? 45 मिनट टू 1 आवर। कांट यू स्पेंड, बिकॉज ये प्रॉब्लम आती है, बहुत लोग कहते हैं सर टाइम नहीं है, साढ़े को टाइम नहीं है, मतलब टाइम नहीं है हमारे पास। अरे यार 45 मिनट के 1 घंटे में आपके पास 3 मिनट नहीं है, आपकी रिटेंशन 100% हो रही है, अटेंशन पूरी आ गई आपके पास, बच्चा सुनने को तैयार है, गाना चलाया आपने तो, विद द स्टार्टिंग ऑफ म्यूजिक एट द एंड ऑफ द क्लास। और अगर हो सके तो रिलेटेबल टू योर टॉपिक, जो कि मिल जाएगा आपको, और इसमें आपकी हेल्प करेगा चैट जीपीटी। खासकर जो कुछ भी पढ़ा रहे हो, अच्छा एग्रीकल्चर पे, फॉर एग्जांपल एग्रीकल्चर पे तो भाई इतने गाने हैं, मनोज कुमार को उठा लो आप, इतने सारे गाने हैं, मेरे देश की धरती सोना उगले, आप अभी बैसाखी अभी 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 चल रहा है, तो यू स्टार्ट विद दैट सॉन्ग, यू टेल व्हेन यू टेलिंग अबाउट वीट, टेल देम. सो दैट इज व्हाट स्किल यू, बट इसके लिए अगर प्रिपेयर करोगे, मैं कह रहा हूँ 45 मिनट की क्लास आपकी धमाकेदार होगी 100%. So that is what auditory this thing. Now another important which we don't use in a classroom, सबसे important है touch, kinesthetic touch. हर क्लासरूम में आपके पास प्रॉप होना चाहिए, एक प्रॉप, कोई भी प्रॉप. लेट फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर आप, मैं एग्रीकल्चर की बात कर रहा हूँ, लेट से आप वीट पढ़ा रहे हो, वीट की बाली जो आपकी मिलेगी, या लेट से वीट के आपने अगर 45 मेंबर हैं, 45 घर से दाने लिया है कहीं से, या 45 राइस लिया है, हाउ मच इट कॉस्ट? नथिंग. आप बेसिक बायोकेमिस्ट्री पढ़ा रहे हो, शुगर टेस्टिंग पढ़ा रहे हो, एक एक दाना शुगर का लिया है, बच्चों को एक एक दाना दे दिया आपने. अब जितनी देर उनके हाथ में ये दाना रहेगा, बाय द एंड ऑफ द क्लास वो मेल्ट भी हो जाएगा, गर्मी है तो ठीक है, लेकिन वो दाना रहेगा, उनका हाथ टच रहेगा. शुगर के बारे में ये ज़िंदगी भर याद रहेगा क्लासरूम कि सर ने शुगर के बारे में पढ़ाया था और हमें एक दाना दिया था. क्यों दिया था? पूरी बायोकेमिस्ट्री पढ़ाने के लिए. सो एवरी क्लास शुड हैव अ प्रॉप. आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू आर इंग्लिश टीचर. कोई इंग्लिश टीचर यहां पर है क्या? एनी इंग्लिश टीचर, लैंग्वेज टीचर? बिकॉज अक्सर उनकी प्रॉब्लम आती है कि सर हम कैसे प्रॉप यूज करें. कोई नहीं है, चलिए ठीक है. इंग्लिश बताता हूँ, लैंग्वेज के लिए बताता हूँ मैं. लैंग्वेज के लिए आसान है बहुत. ऑथर होते हैं, ऑथर की फोटोग्राफ लिया है, उनकी कोट लिया है, सबको लिखकर एक एक कोट आपने पकड़ा दी, प्रिंट आउट लिया, सेक्शन काट के सबको पकड़ा दिया और हर किसी को कोट दे दी. और मेक श्योर उनके हाथ में रहे, टच रहे पे वो पेपर, उनको हमेशा याद रहेगा. सो हैव अ प्रॉप एवरी टाइम इन योर क्लासरूम. और अगर हो सके तो टेक देम आउटसाइड. लर्निंग आपका कर्व कहाँ जाएगा, और इंटरेस्टिंग भी खैर रहेगा ही. ठीक है. Another important we never use in our classroom is olfactory. And olfaction is the strongest memory senses. जैसे मैं अभी आपको पूछूं, I don't know how many of you are went to your grandparent house, जिनका गांव में होगा घर, क्या होगा. Do you remember the smell of that house? किसी को याद है? And I'm sure that some of you have realized, जो बच्चा होता है when you are kid, कभी आप 6 महीने के हो गए, अपनी माँ को सबसे पहले पहचानते थे आप, शक्ल भी बहुत ब्लड होती थी. दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ स्मेल. यू रिमेंबर, यू आइडेंटिफाई योर मदर फ्रॉम दिस स्मेल, बिकॉज इट्स द स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट मेमोरी. स्मेल ऑफ मड एंड वुड, गुड. सो इस तरह की हर किसी की यादें आप जोड़िए. नहीं कर पा रहे, एक खाने का आइटम बताओ बच्चों को, बोलो कि बेटा इसको किसकी स्मेल कैसी है इसकी, इमेजिन करो. और यू ब्रिंग समथिंग विच इज हैज़ एबनॉक्सियस स्मेल, कुछ भी, अच्छी स्मेल भी एबनॉक्सियस. एक एक फूली तोड़ के ले आओ, रिलेट हो क्लास से अच्छी बात है, नहीं हो कुछ भी नहीं होता. लेकिन वो फ्लावर की स्मेल से वो आपका क्लासरूम याद रखेगा. पढ़ा कुछ भी रहे हो, पढ़ा लेट से आप इंटरनेशनल पॉलिटी से पढ़ा रहे हो, लेकिन आप फ्लावर रखो. आप एसएसटी पढ़ा रहे हो, ज्योग्राफी पढ़ा रहे हो, उस जगह का फूल मिल जाए ठीक है, नहीं तो कुछ भी ले आओ, बोलो बच्चों को स्मेल करो उसको. इंटरेस्टिंग हुआ. एक्टिविटी करा रहे हो, मोटर एक्टिविटी और फैक्ट्री दोनों आपने एक साथ करा दी. तो एवरी क्लास नॉट शुड हैव सम प्रॉप विच दे कैन स्मेल, एंड वो आपको हमेशा याद रहेगी. नाउ इंटीग्रेटेड इन मल्टीपल सेंसेस. कोई छोटा सा साइंस प्रोजेक्ट दे दिया जिसमें सारी सेंसेस अलाउड हैं. सो दैट इज व्हाट दिस थिंग. सो अ गुड लर्निंग, मतलब इफेक्टिव ट्रेनिंग, इफेक्टिव यही हो गया. अ गुड लर्निंग एंगेज लर्नर should offer with a concept information that seems familiar and interesting. वो ऑलरेडी उसने पढ़ा हो, story built on that the previous, and make sure you divide each class into a group A, group B, group C. Sit accordingly, give a problem group wise, let them 5 मिनट के डिस्कशन में, let's say you given a topic, कुछ भी टॉपिक दिया, आपने बोला कि यार इसका एक टाइटल ढूंढ के बताओ मुझे, आपस में डिस्कस करो, मुझे बताओ. एक प्रॉब्लम दी, डिस्कस करो प्रॉब्लम. सो टीम बिल्डिंग, कोलैबोरेटिव लर्निंग all together, and speaking. आपस में तो बात करेंगे, चलो आपसे बात नहीं कर रहे हैं, दे डोंट स्पीक टू यू, एटलीस्ट दे विल स्पीक among themselves, collaborating. So this will all effective because you have to make student a stakeholder in your classroom. आप नहीं हो राजा, make student the king. So that is what we are doing. That is my last. Thank you very much for patiently listening to me, and I am available for any question, and also the you can connect me in LinkedIn and Google Scholar. You can see my profile, and or Twitter. You can comment on this thing, and if you type a message, I'll reply. Normally, I will not able to pick calls much often. If it's urgent, then I can take. Okay. So thank you very much once again to listening to me, and I hope the session was useful. Thank you very much.
I request every participant, if they have any doubt or any query, they can type in the chat box. Sir will answer the questions one by one. Any questions, any query?
Yes. Okay, Dr. Satyan. Good. One question has
How,
came. Yeah.
how to address slow learners?
Slow
Okay.
learner. First of all, you have to define what is a slow learner. Sometimes we think a lazy learner is a slow learner. क्योंकि हमारी जो डेफिनेशन है जो एनईपी जो यूजीसी ने दी थी, वो थोड़ी सी मुझे गड़बड़ लगती है कि वो स्लो लर्नर को आइडेंटिफाई एज अ लेजी लर्नर को भी स्लो लर्नर करते हैं. Somebody who has the IQ level of less than 100, तब हम कहते हैं यार ये तो स्लो लर्नर है. बट ज़्यादातर व्हाट आई फाउंड ड्यूरिंग माई 21 ईयर्स ऑफ टीचिंग, मोस्ट ऑफ देम आर लेजी लर्नर. कहीं ना कहीं आप आइडेंटिफाई करो उनका पैशन क्या है, उनका कोई ना कोई पैशन होगा. सो रिलेट योर टॉपिक टू देयर पैशन एंड दे विल वर्क. गिव देम एक्टिविटी बेस्ड असाइनमेंट स्लो लर्नर के लिए, या जो लेजी लर्नर मैं कहूँगा, बिकॉज सबका आईक्यू बहुत अच्छा है, उनका दिमाग बहुत चलता है. तो गिव देम एक्टिविटी बेस्ड असाइनमेंट, सॉल्व करके लाएंगे, और गिव देम अ रिवॉर्ड. रिवॉर्ड मैंने बताया कि अब ये नहीं कि रिवॉर्ड करके आप इस पूरी सैलरी अपनी उड़ा दो, क्योंकि सैलरी बहुत कम मिलती, सारा हमने रिवॉर्ड में कर दिया, वो नहीं. अब वो मुश्किल से, पहले तो हमारे टाइम, मतलब बहुत पहले की बात है, तो वो 25 पैसे ही मिलती थी, अभी तो वो मिलेगी नहीं, लेकिन फिर भी वो 2 50 पैसे की टॉफ़ी आ जाती है, वो आपने दे दी, एंड ही विल बी वेरी हैप्पी. तो कम टू दी, मेक श्योर दैट दे कम टू प्लेटफॉर्म, लेजी टू एक्टिव, ये आपने कन्वर्ट करना है फोकस.
Any more
ओके,
questions?
अच्छा ठीक है. ओके, फॉर वन हु कांट रिटेन द लर्निंग, मैंने बताया एक्टिविटी, एक्टिविटी बेस्ड टास्क.
Okay. I guess there are no more questions from the sir. Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Your valuable insights were very thoughtful. Sir, you have given the insights upon the five senses, how to diagnose them, then the auditory learning strategies, then olfactory learning strategies, then how you can engage learner and a teacher for the meaningful interactions. I guess आपने जो भी बताया उसमें बहुत कुछ ऐसा कॉमन भी था, जैसे कि हमें बचपन में कहते थे कि अगर जब पढ़ाई कर रहे हो तो एक कोई सेंट रख लो अपने पास, पढ़ लो, फिर एग्जाम में जब जाओ वही सेंट लगा के जाओ तो
यस
एक
यस
मेमोरी रिकॉल होती जाएगी.
यस, दैट्स
तो
ऑल्फैक्शन मेमोरी, सबसे स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट मेमोरी.
yeah, yeah, and now the things are changing. When we are using mnemonics, we are using mnemonics a lot, sir, where to retain the memory.
Yes.
And now it's so. Thank you so much, sir. It was a very nice interaction with you. Thank you so much for your precious time, because you have given us your valuable insights today. I think we will be thanking Dr. Khan. I think no more questions is there from the sir. And sir, all this who were here to listen you, they are very happy with you. I can see in the chat box.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Now looking forward. Okay, now looking forward, I will be introducing you all with your second expert. It is my great pleasure to introduce our esteemed speaker, Dr. Jaspreet Kaur. Ma'am, are you here? Sunil sir, did ma'am join?
Yes, I
Yes,
have
ma'am.
joined
Yes, ma'am.
Dr. Manushi.
Okay,
I
okay.
have
She
joined.
is here. Okay, okay. Dr. Jasprit Kaur, a dynamic young scientist and expert in the field of microbiology and mushroom technology, we are delighted to have her with us today to share her valuable knowledge and practical insights. Dr. Jasprit Kaur is currently serving as Assistant Professor, Mycologist Mushroom at Punjab Agriculture University, Ludhiana. She completed her BSc Honours in Biotechnology from Khalsa College for Women, Ludhiana, followed by MSc and PhD in Microbiology from PAU. Her area of specialization includes mushroom cultivation and technology with a focus on value addition through bacterial fermentation and utilization of agricultural waste using microfungi. She has made significant contributions to research and extension with 25 research publications in reputed journals and presentations at national and international conferences. Dr. Kaur has gained MSc students and is actively mentoring postgraduates and doctoral scholars. She has delivered over 35 lectures for farmers and entrepreneurs on mushroom cultivation, post harvest management, and nutritional benefits, contributing greatly to capacity building and entrepreneurship development. She has been associated with important research projects such as ICR's All India Coordinated Research Project on Mushroom and has received several prestigious recognitions, including the Young Scientist Award, University Gold Medal, and appreciation for her serving during COVID-19 testing duties. Her dedication to research, teaching, and extension makes her a valuable contributor to the field of agriculture microbiology and sustainable farming practices. With a brief introduction, I now invite Dr. Jasprit Kaur to kindly share her expert insights with us. Ma'am, we warmly welcome you. Over to you for your lecture.
Thank you so much, Dr. Anushi, for your kind words. So, very good evening to all present. So, my lecture will be on mushroom cultivation. As you already have listened to Dr. Yadav's lecture, in which they are focusing on how to learn and how to memorize the things. So, today's lecture is more of cultivation technology. I try to present more of the picture so that you have a you can memorize or learn that things by seeing the pictures of that. So I will start sharing the screen. So, Dr. Anushi, is my screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Okay, so I start with the mushroom research and its future prospect in India. Today, I will talk on this topic. So the pictures you are seeing on the screen, these are the 8 mushroom species that has been recommended by Punjab Agriculture University for the cultivation in Punjab area. So there are many more mushrooms which are being cultivated worldwide, but these 8 they are recommended and their cultivation technology has been standardized by PAU Ludhiana for the cultivation. So this is the lecture roadmap. In this lecture, I will cover first what is mushroom diversity, their biology, their morphology, their status, then how we can produce the mushroom, then what is the value of mushroom, nutritional, it may be medicinal, then what's the future of the mushroom in India in coming times. Because this lecture is not only the journal information lecture. From this lecture you can have idea for new research, you can have idea for the entrepreneurship, or you can start your business. So every single step of the cultivation can give you the opportunity to start a new business. So let's start with the lecture. First, why the mushroom research matters. There is 3 main problem you can say. Number 1 is our people are nutritionally poor. We have lack of sustainable systems, and our economy is poor. So mushroom research can serve these 3 purposes by providing high quality protein, dietary fibers, vitamins, mineral, They are low in fats, low in calories. They can manage the metabolic disorders and keeping the health of the organism good. Then because the mushroom cultivation is done on the agro residue, so it has a sustainability that what is the waste for the agriculture become a very good asset for the mushroom cultivation. After the mushroom cultivation, the waste of the mushroom cultivation become asset for the field. So it's a complete cycle in which there is nothing is waste is asset for the something else. Next is rural economy. Being an indoor crop, it's a crop which can be grown in a very small room, like 10 by 10 feet room. It can be grown in that. So every single woman, a short 18-year-old children can do the mushroom cultivation and can have a money from it. So it can enhance the rural economy. So these three are the major pillars. That's why the mushroom research is required. So being so deep into the science of mushroom is basically, if you see, one is cap, another is type. Cap, this is called cap. These are the gills from where the spores are removed. The actual seed of mushroom is spore. These spores are released from this. This is the cap. From the stipe, these mycelial thread, they attach to the soil. So if I started from the mushroom, that mushroom produce small spores which are actual seeds. These spores, they get buried into the soil. You may wonder that on when there is rainy season, you go for a walk, the same path where no mushroom is there, after a rain you can see multiple mushrooms. So from where these mushrooms they are coming from, they are present in the soil, but the right conditions by rain provide the right conditions that allow the nature now visible to the naked eye. So these what happen, these small spores, they go into the soil when the conditions are congenial for the spore germination. They germinate. After germination, it produce mycelium, single type of mycelium. When two single type of primary mycelium they fuse together, they form a secondary mycelium. This secondary mycelium is now able to make a fruiting body. What's the fruiting body? Fruiting body is mushroom. Mushroom is nothing, it's a entangled mass of mycelium. It's an entangled mass. So you can see from this picture, this entangled mass, it is joining together to form a hard mass. uh, by the time this hard mass appear from pushes the soil and become on the and come over the surface of the soil. So it matures till the next generation of the spores they are available. So this is the whole life cycle of the mushroom starts from the single spore, and from single spore it germinate to form mycelium aggregate to form a knot. That knot become a button stage. From that button you have a full mature mushroom. So this is the science of the mushroom, how mushrooms they are appear in the nature. From so in India there is a number of different mushrooms they are have been grown. The primary mushroom which is very much familiar to the everyone is Agaricus bisporus, which is a button mushroom. Then is a oyster mushroom, milky mushroom, straw mushroom, shiitake, Ganoderma, cordyceps. Except that there is Hericium, there is Auricularia. These are the medicinal mushrooms which can be grown in India. Because in India, why we can grow diverse type of the mushroom in India? Because India has a diverse climatic conditions. So in northern area, upper north is on cooler side. If you go to the south, in south there is high humidity, which and congenial environment, 28 to 32-degree temperature is there. So that allow the number of diverse mushroom cultivation. So all these mushroom, Agaricus bisporus, Pleurotus, Calocybe, and Vorvalera, they are edible mushroom, although they have some medicinal properties. But Lentinus, Idodes, Ganoderma, and Cordyceps, these are medicinal. So, if I talk about the mushroom production in global and in Indian context, so globally, 44 million ton has been produced in world. From this 44 million ton, 96% is alone produced by China. So after that, China is producing diverse mushrooms, specialty mushroom, and they, after COVID, they have shifted their protein intake from meat to the mushroom. That's why there is a large production of mushroom from the China. So the global demand is there to have a more plant-based protein, wellness products, and functional protein. So that's why there is a more and more production of mushroom. The annual growth rate of the mushroom production worldwide is 8.5 presently. If I talk about India, in during the last decade, India has contributed majorly to the world output. So if I exclude China, which is producing 96, we are third major producers of mushroom production. So, being the agriculture economy based, we have ample amount of agro residue, labor availability, and these two major things that allow the mushroom cultivation and progress in mushroom cultivation. Now we have annual CJR of mushroom production is 8.5 for India. If you see the trends of last year, from last 5 years, in last 5 years, our production has increased. I can say it's double up from 1.55 lakh metric ton to 3.92 lakh metric ton. This in total production, the majority, which is 73%, is contributed by the butter mushroom, which is largely produced in every area of the India, followed by oyster, paddy, milky. Paddy and milky, they are mostly produced in South Indian regions. Others include the specialty mushroom, as I told you, the Lactylus adode is there, Heratium is there, Ganoderma is there, Cordyceps is there. These are produced, 1% they contribute. If I talk about my area from where I belong, Punjab is producing 19.80 thousand ton mushroom and stood sixth in the India. So 86% of the total mushroom production we have in Punjab contributed by the button mushroom. Rest 10% is of oyster and 4% other mushrooms are there. So we have prepared the chart from which the cultivated five recommended mushroom variety can be grown year round. During the summer months, you can grow calcite and varala, and during the winter months, you can have button mushroom, oyster mushroom, and shiitake mushroom, which can be cultivated without any use of environment control chambers. So agroclimatic suitability of this now how you can grow these mushrooms. So first is Agaricus bisporus, which is a button mushroom. Preferred temperature for fruiting is 14 to 18 degrees centigrade. That shows this mushroom require cooler temperature, and mostly it is grown in upper northern region. In plain region, we need climate control region during off seasons. So they require the compost for the cultivation. Hills and control rooms in plain, they are required. Then comes the oyster. Oyster mushrooms are very beautiful mushroom and very unique mushroom. Color mushroom, and every different color has different optimum temperature for their fruiting. So it has a diverse range from 18 to 30 degree centigrade. You can have different species of oyster mushroom. So their cultivation is on straw only cobs, and there is no pre-treatment required. Then comes a milky and paddy straw. These two are tropical mushroom which can grow from 25 degrees centigrade to 35 degrees centigrade. That they can grow on wheat straw and paddy straw. They require hot and humid area. And last is shiitake, which is a medicinal mushroom which is grown on supplemented sawdust and require lower temperature, that is 12 to 20 degrees centigrade, and controlled condition. This mushroom has a premium market being a medicinal mushroom. So if we come to the cultivation, how you can start the mushroom cultivation. So mushroom cultivation has a different parts. One can have a single component of it, or can combine to make a whole complete unit. So usually in Punjab, the farmers, they set up only the seasonal cropping system, and they have a area where they compost, they make the compost only. But the large commercial units, they require everything, so that their sustainability become higher. So first and foremost requirement for any crop is the seed. In mushroom, the seed is termed as spawn. So you require a spawn production laboratory. From spawn production laboratory, this spawn is seeded into the compost. So you require a composting yard. Composting can be of two types. It can be of two types: long method and short method. We will discuss it in latest slides. Long method and short method. So after composting, your compost, seeded compost, can go into two different rooms. One is seasonal mushroom growing unit. Another is controlled, which can work for whole year. From these two types of growing chambers, you have a fresh mushroom, which can be directly sailed to the counter, or it can be processed like drying or canned for the further for having fetching the more price from the mushroom cultivation, right? So the waste from this mushroom cultivation is usually into the field, which become an asset for the field to have enhance the nutrient sustainability of the soil. So we will start the component one by one. First is spawn technology. This is the foundation of the mushroom cultivation process. As you know, fungi, so there is no as such seed of fungi. So you have to prepare seed. So what we do, we take a fresh mushroom, what you can see here. We take a fresh mushroom, we cut it aseptically. Everything is done in aseptic condition. We cut a small portion from it, transfer it to the suitable media, and allow it to grow. So this culture become the seed for the preparation of mother spawn. So first is a pure culture, then we make mother spawn. How we make mother spawn? We boil the wheat grains, then after boiling, we are mixing it with calcium sulfate and calcium carbonate. Then we sterilize under in autoclave. After autoclaving, we inoculate it with the culture. If inoculate with the culture, after culturing, you keep it in a room where the temperature is optimum, usually 23, particular case for button. After 30 days, the mycelium will run through the seed, and this seed, now wheat grain, becomes the seed for the mushroom cultivation. So this is the production of master spawn. So after you have prepared the master spawn, this master spawn is used to prepare the your farmer spawn, which is prepared in bags, PP bags. These PP bags were similarly arranged in the control room, where the temperature is 23, after within 20 days, which is termed as a mushroom spawn. So this is the whole process. You need a pure culture. Pure culture will be obtained from fruiting body. That culture is used to infest the sweet grain, which becomes mother spawn. That mother spawn is again inoculated to the fresh grains to make a commercial spawn, which is used for the crop inoculation. So from here, I will make more focus on button mushroom, because India is producing and Punjab is producing more of the button mushroom. So this is the most popular cultivated mushroom. We have two varieties. One is Agaricus bisporus, which is a temperate mushroom. Another is Agaricus bitrochus, which is a tropical or high temperature tolerant white button mushroom. So they require, every organism require a specific food for it. So this mushroom require a composted material for their growth. So this compost is very much different from the compost which we used to in our field. So this compost is decomposed aerobically. We add air to it. यूजली इन जो दूसरी कंपोस्ट होती है, जिसमें हम दूसरी कंपोस्ट है जिसको हम फील्ड में डालते हैं, वी fill the material into the goody pit and allow it to degrade for 30 to 40 days. Okay, then that material is used as a fertilizer in the crop. But in this case, in mushroom case, we prepare compost in 28 days, and we aerobically mix the air by giving the turning to the organic matter. So there is the purpose of this composting is making it adequate for the growth of the mushroom mycelium. So mushroom mycelium require carbon to nitrogen ratio, which is 18 is to 1. So we decompose the material till it goes to 18 is to 1. So two methods are there. One is long method of composting and short method of composting. Long method of composting is very much simple, in which we just mix we every area or uh, there are different formula for compost formulation. So in we at PAU we have 5 different formulas for preparation of compost. Here I only show you the one in which 300 kg. This is a minimum amount which is required for the compost formulation. Below that, there will be no heating, proper heating or preparation of the compost. So, come se come you require 300 kg of straw to start the mushroom cultivation trial. So it required DAP, urea, superphosphate, muriate of potash, wheat bran, molasses, gypsum, furodon, and gamma BSC. So you turn the stack on every fourth day for food for first 3 turnings, and every third day on for the next 4 turnings. So every odd turning, say for the first turning, third, fifth, and seventh. First, third, fifth, and seventh, you have to add something. First turning, you have to add molasses. Second turning is empty. You just turn the material inside material. You just shift the material from inside to outside, outside to inside. In third turning, you add gypsum to it, which is calcium sulfate. Fourth turning is empty. On fifth turning, you have furodon 3G, and sixth turning is empty, and seventh turning is gamma BSC. So after 28th day, you have a final mushroom cultivation compost. That compost is of dark brown color and have no offensive smell. On the other hand, short method of composting is now very much used by the commercial farmers, which is a controlled technique of composting. This composting require 2 phases, phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 is outdoor composting. This is for 10 to 12 days. Phase 2 is pasteurization. So because we are pasteurizing the material, there is no need of any chemical, insecticide or pesticides. So how it goes? This is the machinery which is required for the phase 1. These are called bunkers. Bunkers, they are open from third side and open from their top. Their floor is different. In their floor, there are small spigot, we can say holes, from where air is pumped, right? So you put the material in floor, is forcefully sent to the whole compost, making the temperature of whole compost at an equal level. After every 2 days, you shift the compost from one bunker to another bunker to again first, so that the aeration is there, and optimum and controlled temperature is maintained throughout the compost. So you just start with the pre-wetting. In pre-wetting, you just fill the bunker for third 3 turnings. After third turning, you will add gypsum to it. Then you turn it twice. Then it goes for the phase 2 chamber. Phase 2 chamber, as you can see, this is the phase 2 pasteurization tunnel, which is closed, fully closed. It just have a vent where you can add fresh air to it. So this vent is open when you require to lower down the temperature only. So you put the composted material from bunker to pasteurization tunnel. Here, first you increase the temperature for 45 degree to 52 degree Celsius for 24 to 48 hours. During that, the thermophilic microorganism, they will grow. After that, you increase the temperature to 58 to 59 degrees centigrade for 4 to 6 hours. This 4 to 6 hour is the pasteurization time. After that, you keep that compost for 3 to 4 days till the temperature, maintaining the temperature between 45 to 50 degrees centigrade, which is called conditioning. During that period, the nitrogen which becomes evaporated during the heating process and it is present inside the pasteurization tunnel is again fixed by the microorganism, which increases the nitrogen content of the compost. After that, we add the fresh air to the compost and decreasing its temperature to 25 to 30 degrees centigrade, which is again used for the spawning. So, this method, the compost prepared by this method, has a larger volume, have a high nitrogen content, dark brown in color, no contamination and pest infestation. So when we have the material, we have spawn, we have good quality spawn, we have good quality compost. Now comes the cultivation system, how we can cultivate it. So there are different systems: seasonal, semi controlled and controlled. In Punjab we have two systems: one is seasonal, another is controlled system. So in seasonal, they are a simple shed which is 30 by 60 size. They are low in capital, but their limitation is that it is temperature variable and weather variable. So in fully controlled, there is insulated room, mechanized handling, year round production, which is of very high quality, but limitation is that it is very much money investive. So they require a technical skill and a high capital is involved. So these are the first, this is a seasonal low cost shed which is prepared in Punjab. First they mark the area, start with the fixing the bamboos. From bamboos they make the structure. After making the structure, they cover it with paddy straw to enhance the insulation, cover it with sheet again with the paddy straw so that they can insulate or minimize the variability in the weather during the cropping period. So these huts you can see in Punjab from October to February. Next, second slide, second picture shows the climate control room in which puff panel is there, air handling unit is there, which is maintaining temperature, and there are sensors for temperature, humidity, and carbon dioxide control. So you have material, you have area system, cultivation system. Third, very much important thing is the crop management. How to maintain. Four major factors are there: temperature, relative humidity, carbon dioxide concentration, and airing procedure. So temperature, relative humidity, and carbon dioxide, these are three parameters which are you can manage in both seasonal and in climate control condition. Airing procedure, you can only do it in climate control condition because you have a control on air and flow of the air during the mushroom cultivation. So first is the temperature. Button mushroom is very sensitive crop, so it requires temperature of 24 to 25 degrees centigrade during spawn run. Spawn run means when the mushroom mycelium is infesting your compost. So during spawn run, your bed temperature should be 24 plus 2 degrees centigrade, and air temperature should be 23 because the bed temperature is usually 1 to 2 degree higher than the air temperature. During cropping, your temperature should be lower down from 14 to 18 degrees centigrade, and fresh air is there. Fresh air, you have to add fresh air, or in case of the, you can say, the seasonal cropping, you have to open the gate so that the ventilation is there to lower down the oxygen, to increase the oxygen content in the air. So the pinhead, if you providing lower temperature and pinhead 30% vent is there, their pinhead will start growing, and the fresh mushroom after having the first flush, you can reduce the fresh air to 20%. Then is the relative humidity. So you have to maintain 85% of the relative humidity, because if the humidity outside is very low, it will take the humidity from the compost and making your compost dried. So 85% of humidity is required. Then carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is very important during spawn run. When mycelium is there, mycelium is infesting your compost, so carbon dioxide is very much desirable. Its concentration should be 2000 ppm when you are in spawn running, 8000 ppm during spawn run, and during fruiting it should be lower down to 800 ppm. So if you have high carbon dioxide, your mushroom will look different. They may have a size shape of onion, or they have a bulbous base, small caps, and long, sometimes they have a long stipes. So these are so you have to maintain the carbon dioxide content very critically. So during first flush, 30% fresh air is there. During second flush, last flush, 20% air should be there. Then is the airing procedure. Airing procedure is what to decrease first. Should you add air first? Should you decrease the temperature first? Should you decrease the carbon dioxide content first, or then relative humidity? So depending upon these things, your fruiting will depend. Fruiting will come. So if you do the soft airing, which is 19 degree centigrade temperature in 48 hours, 17 degree in 72 hours, whole process is 72 hours. So during that, in this airing, the flushes will be normal. You have a 3 flush of a same, you can say, yield. Then moderate flush, in which first 2 flush are very much higher, third is you can leave the third flush. In severe airing, the first flush is major, second is minor, and third you can omit. Severe airing, you are decreasing the temperature as soon as possible. You are shifting the temperature, shifting the carbon dioxide content and relative humidity as soon as possible in severe airing, so that the first flush becomes more or more productive. So this is the total process of butter mushroom cultivation, which require good quality spawn, good quality compost. Then you have a strong knowledge of crop management during the mushroom cultivation. We have different mushrooms. I just show you the pictorial demonstration of these mushroom. Next is the oyster mushroom. It is a relatively very simple mushroom. One can do it in very short time. You have to have a wheat straw with 16 hour. After that, you fill the bags with with this straw, mixing 10% of the spawn into it. So 10% spawn plus your straw is mixed, fill into the bags. That bags are closed with a gunny thread. They are kept at a temperature. The spawn start spreading to the your straw. After that, you just place into the cropping room. After 30 days, you have a crop outside the your bags. So when the crop has wrinkle on their margin, the fruit body has wrinkle on their margin, the fruit is is ready to harvest. So this is the this whole process takes 30 days, and you have a fruiting body after 30 days, right? So in similar for the milky mushroom is different, that you have to take a straw, boil it for 45 minutes. After that, you mix the spawn in it, and fill the bags. These bags are allowed to for the spawn run. After spawn running, there is additional process. You have to add a layer which is called casing layer. This casing layer gives the nutritional shock, which allow the mycelium to become a fruiting body. After 10 days of the casing, you have a fruiting body on it. So these fruiting body can be harvested. So this mushroom is different from button mushroom because its size is 7 to 8 inches, and it is white from on the upper side, from the beneath, from gills. These gills are white, stipe is white. That's why it's termed as a milky mushroom. Last is tropical mushroom, which is pedistra mushroom. Need to have a pedistra bundle. These bundles you have to arrange in 4 layers. You will add spawn to every layer, 75 grams of spawn in every layer. You will make 4 layers upward, and allow it to spawn run. After spawn run, it takes only 12 days for the spawn run. After 3 to 4 days, you have a mushroom. So this is the fastest growing vegetable, pedistra mushroom. It only takes 15 days for the first flush. From the spawning to the first flush, you have 15 days only. But the drawback of this mushroom is that जितनी जितनी जल्दी ये प्रोड्यूस होती है ना, उतनी जल्दी ये खराब भी होती है. So it has a life of 5 to 6 hours. After that, it deliquescence, right? So its perishability is very high. That's why its adaptability in Punjab is very much less. So these are the major crops which we have cultivated in Punjab. So what are the challenges for the mushroom production is there? So there are number of different diseases, competitor molds are there which are challenging the mushroom cultivation. So major problem is this green mold which is called trichoderma. This trichoderma has a specific nature that it can grow on lignocellulosic waste. Usually most of the fungi, but trichoderma has a we can say specific love for the lignocellulosic. So it is the very it is, we can say, enemy of mushroom cultivation, trichoderma. The second is bacterial problem, which is blotch. Blotch is, you can see here the picture, the dots on the mushroom, which is due to the microorganism which is Pseudomonas stolzi. So it can be managed through the water management. Then you have insect pests, saccharide, phoroid, and mites. You need someone to carry the disease. So these phoroid, saccharide, mites, they take the disease from outside to your field and cause the damage. Last is viruses or latent infection. Usually, by the God grace, we don't have viruses in the mushrooms. Only one disease, La France, is there, which is also called as dead back disease of mushroom, which is in France only. Once there is only one incidence. After that, there is no viral disease on the mushroom. So the biggest challenge in mushroom cultivation is that its pathogens, mushroom is a fungi, its pathogens are fungi. If you kill the pathogen, your mushroom will also get killed. So you have to be, your approach should be prevention is better than cure. So you have to prevent these diseases by maintaining sanitary conditions, by maintaining the good quality conditions, by maintaining environmental condition congenial for your button mushroom, by sanitization. These parameters can control these things. Once there is a fungal disease in your farm, you cannot control that fungal disease, because if you control the fungus disease, your mushroom is also fungus which get affected by the treatment. So for the mushroom, prevention is better than cure. So then comes the post-harvest physiology, perishability, and shelf life management. So mushroom, they are 92% water. So something which is having water, 92% of water have high chances of bacterial contamination. Secondly, in other crop, for example, if I say carrot, if you take out the carrots from the soil, the organism is dead, right? It will not grow after that. But mushroom is a fungi. Its mycelium is living. If you take out a mushroom from the bag, this mushroom is still living. It will grow, or it will grow or respire. This active respiration makes the, you can say, high humidity, which additionally adds to the contamination. Then is the mechanical bruising and enzymatic browning is there. The mushroom, every mushroom has an enzyme which are phenols. These, when they come into the air, in the interaction with the air, the browning starts. So this mushroom browning will decrease the consumer demand. Then microbial spoilage and loss of firmness is due to the high humidity. Then is the cold chain breakout. In Punjab, particularly for the mushroom cultivation, we don't have any cold chains. Cold chains means from the farm to the market, there are no vehicles which provide 4-degree temperature to transport the material. So that's why most of the deterioration occurs between the transportation from the producer to the market, right? So these are the major factors which are contributing to the mushroom perishability. Because of the physiology of the mushroom has a physiology that it actively respire after the harvesting. It adds to the problem more. So intervention is that we usually advise to refrigerate or pre-cooling of the mushroom as soon as possible so that damage can be decreased. Second is we have different packaging system. One is modified atmosphere packaging, in which, or moisture balanced film, in which we are adding carbon dioxide to the packaging, or we are adding silica beads so that there is no moisture built up. Then second is hygienic packaging. We usually package the mushroom with the 5% perforation so that the moisture which is built up is removed from the bag, so that the mushroom remains fresh for the longer period of time. Other than this, drying, powdering, pickling, canning, or freeze drying are the other options which can be used for the preservation of the mushroom and for the value addition of the mushroom. So canning is preferably used for the butter mushroom, and powdering for oyster mushroom, drying for lentinus, which is shiitake, and your microbial pickling for paddy straw mushroom, and pickling for the milky mushroom. It's done so that they can be preserved for the longer period of time. So other than this, when you are harvesting the mushroom harvesting should be very much clean. So first, for when you harvest the mushroom, you should sort the mushroom at the time of harvesting, then stabilizing. As soon as you are taking the harvest from the crop, you just dry it from the surface, chill at 4-degree temperature so that it will not change the color. Then formulation, then making the formulation. What is the formulation for powder, for value addition? Last is the premium product, from which you can have more of the you can say benefit. So selling a mushroom for 30 rupees for 200 grams, or selling a mushroom pickle for 100 grams to 100 gram for 100 rupees, it makes a huge difference. So adding value to the mushroom will add more money to it, and will have higher benefit for the producer. Then you have compost, you have spawn, you spawn the compost, you have your harvest. After harvesting, you sell the product, sell the mushroom. You have a spent mushroom substrate, which is SMS. So this spent mushroom substrate, it is commonly of small farmer, they throw it, they store it. Otherwise it can be used for the other purposes. One uses that this spent substrate, it will be used after 2 years for casing in mushroom cultivation only. This spent mushroom waste can be used as a fertilizer for the soil, or it can used as a potting material. In case of oyster mushroom, if you have a spent mushroom waste, it can be fed to the animals. It will add as a prebiotic food for them. Then the at the last, you have a circular value by adding it to the soil health, and as a bio input, it can be it enhance the soil value. From where you have a straw, your end product is again going to the soil is nourished again. So in except that, you can add the SMS to the biogas units. They enhance the you can say the biogas production. So nothing is waste in mushroom cultivation. Once you are done with the mushroom cultivation, that spent mushroom is a valuable asset which can be used in farm, field, and for the animal husbandry. Now, we have come to know that mushrooms, they can grow easily. They can be why we need to have mushroom in our daily diet, because the protein which are having as a vegetarian, the protein which are we having, we the all essential amino acids are not there. So the protein from the edible mushroom, they are 2 to 4% fresh weight protein, and 25 to 35% dry weight basis they have protein. So they add diversified proteins to the vegetarian diets. Then they have carbohydrate plus fibers. They have non-starch polysaccharides, beta glucans. They have these things. They are nourishing the good bacteria in our digestive system, in thus maintaining your gut system very good. Fats, they are very low, so they are very good for the people who have heart issues. Then micronutrient, it has vitamin B, it has high level of potassium, low level of sodium, which is good for the heart health. It has selenium. Then you have special metabolite are there, ergosterol, which is a precursor for the vitamin D. It has ergothioneine, it has phenolic, which are antioxidant, beta glucans, which are good for your digestive health. They can act as a functional and nutraceutical food. So, if I talk about the medical compound or bioactive compound in that, they have terpenoids, phenolics, polysaccharides, ergosterol or vitamin precursor, as I already discussed with you that if you treat the mushroom for 20 minutes in UVB light, the vitamin D2 content increase in it. So sulfur containing compound, which is ergothioneine, which is good for cell protection. Then they have lectins, which are small peptides, which have bioactivity and have antimicrobial role in the body. Now, what's the future of mushroom cultivation? We have diverse varieties. Diverse varieties, they are now being cultivated in India, outside the India. Now, what to do next in mushroom cultivation? First is that the more the diversity in a crop, more the sustainability of the crop. So you have to add number of diverse mushroom varieties so that the cultivation becomes sustainable. So during the off season, during we have only the button mushroom, which is mainly produced during the summer season when button cannot be grown. Other diverse mushrooms, like I tell you that oyster is very unique mushroom which has diverse temperatures. So Plotus jamor can be grown, which is a pink variety. Plotus cornucopi can be grown, which is a yellow variety. So we you have to add the diversity in the crop. More the diversity, more the sustainability. Then is the breeding and strain improvement. We have button mushroom strains which are very old. We are using these strain again and again, but with the efforts of AICRP and all India research coordinated people, we have a number of better strains. NBS5 is a strain for the button which is very performing very good. Then molecular and oming tools for mushroom research, transforming, not for transforming the mushroom as a yield to increase the yield, but to have functional compounds, to enhance the functional compound in a mushroom. Then precision phenotyping and control environment sensing. So precision phenotyping and control environmental sensing is that, as I discuss in my lecture, that in control of cropping management is very much important. If you are poor in crop management, your crop will not yield you properly. So their system should be devised. Precision phenotyping should be there, which sense the adversity, temperature adversity, carbon dioxide adversity, or humidity and adversity before that, and changes the condition. Or biosensor should be there, which change the or maintain the control the environmental condition inside the growing room properly. Last, which is we can say the uh, our goal for 2050 to add AI, artificial intelligence, and information of technology and automation in mushroom cultivation, particularly in India, so that this industry, which is now growing at 8.5 CAGR, will grow more. And because the India has very much high potential, because we have ample of agri residue, which can be converted into quality food through the mushroom production. So we have very much potential. So the next generation mushroom will be of AI IoT based mushroom. So this is the same thing that emerging India should, from by the 2035 we should have precision cultivation. We are working on functional food, how the mushroom, one quote is there the mushroom खाना ऐसा होना चाहिए कि खाना दवाई की तरह काम करे. ठीक है, क्योंकि दवाई की जरूरत ना पड़े. सो मशरूम्स आर सच फूड विच कैन act as a medicine. So we are working on functional food, how they work as a nutraceutical, precision farming, how we can precise the mushroom cultivation, how the mushroom can be a circular economy, so digitalization and material formation from the mushroom. So what's the sport, what's our strength, weaknesses, opportunities and threats of mushroom cultivation? We have abundance agro residue, we have climate diversity, we this crop requires low land, strong training potential. We have a person who can train, we have a person who can be trained. So these are our strength. Weaknesses, that there we have fragmented markets for the mushroom, cold chain gaps, we don't have a facility to transport the material from one to another, variable spawn or seed quality, and medicinal product, they are there but they are not standardized. These are our weaknesses. And threats are there: contamination is due to the cold chain, price volatility, sometimes the price is 150 per kg of butter mushroom, sometimes it's 60 rupees per kg. Misinformation, some people still they believe that mushrooms are not good for health, right? Or energy cost during controlled farming. These all are the threats. Now, except leaving these weaknesses and threats, what are the opportunity for us? Opportunity is that we know that mushroom is very much nutritional food. So urban people, they come to know their nutrition value, their speciality value, their value addition, the formation of biomaterial from the mushroom. These are the opportunities for us. So we have to identify the strength, weaknesses, so that opportunities can be gained. So we if we have a molecular documentation of the diversity, if we can breed the strains of the mushroom, if we standardize the biological efficiency and region specific crop release of this mushroom can be done, if this these are the some points which can increase the mushroom production in India. So first, how we can go for it? We have to survey or barcode the biodiversity. Then we have to breed the good strains which are having biological efficiency, their smart cultivation through AI, their value addition, and their translation in the market. So you have to go from one step to five steps so that the mushroom cultivation will grow in the area. So mushroom cultivation, I will conclude my PPT with that. This is the scientific cultivation. One must identify, standardize the mushroom cultivation, then start the commercialization of the products. So I thank you. So I just strongly recommend you to grow mushroom, to eat mushroom, because mushrooms are the healthy food which can enhance your gut health. Gut health of the one person is good, then the person will work very efficiently. So thank you so much. I'm open for the any question.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Your in-depth topic session on the mushroom cultivation was really good. Anyone who has any doubts or any query, they can write or type in the chat box. Till then, when they are typing, I have few queries.
Yeah,
First,
sure.
yes, ma'am. First is, ma'am, can you tell any economics in this mushroom? That if for 1 acre of mushroom cultivation, at what price point we are looking as an investment?
ओके, व्हेन यू देखो, बटन मशरूम इज कल्टिवेटिंग, बटन मशरूम तो कल्टिवेट हो ही रही है. इट्स अ वेरी सेंसिटिव क्रॉप एंड 3 month क्रॉप. इट्स एनर्जी इंटेंसिव भी है और मनी इंटेंसिव भी है. फर्स्ट टाइम अगर आप कल्टिवेशन स्टार्ट करोगे तो यू विल नॉट गेन एनी प्रॉफिट, यू विल गो वन बाय वन. जितना आपका खर्चा होगा यू विल गेट रिटर्न फ्रॉम दैट. So
Okay.
second year, third year में you will get the benefits, because during first year you have to make the area. जैसे आपको अगर थैश 30 लगानी है तो आपका एक आपका अमाउंट जाएगा एक उस हट को लगाने के लिए. उसमें बैम्बू जाएंगे, पेडी स्ट्रॉ जाएगा, नेक्स्ट ईयर आपका वो खर्चा नहीं होगा, तो वो वहां से आपका जो
Right.
बेनिफिट निकल आएगा। पहले साल में आपको जो है बराबर बराबर रह जाएगा, अगले जो है वो आपका फायदा होना शुरू हो जाएगा। बट इफ आई टॉक अबाउट ऑयस्टर, ऑयस्टर क्या क्या है, ऑयस्टर में आपका सबस्ट्रेट का प्री ट्रीटमेंट है ही नहीं। बटन मशरूम में
Okay.
इट टेक्स 18 days फॉर द कंपोस्ट प्रिपरेशन, जहां सबस्ट्रेट ही नहीं प्रिपेयर हुआ अभी, स्पॉनिंग तो बाद में होगी। बट इन ऑयस्टर आपने सिर्फ 15 से 16 घंटे स्ट्रॉ को गीला किया, देन यू एड द सीड, राइट, 1 डे का सबस्ट्रेट अप ट्रीटमेंट है आपका, आपने सीड ऐड कर दिया, देन 30 days आर देयर, 30 days के बाद आपका फ्रूट आने लगा। इसमें
Okay.
सोचूं 1 kg सीड आपका 10 किलो व्हीट स्ट्रॉ में जाता है, आप मैक्सिमम रेट लगाओ व्हीट स्ट्रॉ का 5 रुपए पर केजी, 50 रुपीज का स्ट्रॉ हो गया, 80 रुपीज
Mm-hmm.
का सीड है, 50 + 80 130, 10 रुपए के लिफाफे हो गए 140, चलो 10 की आप लेबर लगा लो, अपनी लेबर लगा लो, है ना, तो
Mm-hmm.
150 इज देयर। सो इसमें से 6 किलो मशरूम निकल आएगी,
Okay.
10 किलो स्ट्रॉ में से 6 किलो मशरूम निकल आएगी। सो 6 किलो मशरूम को आप अगर 100 रुपए भी लगाओ तो यू हैव 600 रुपीज, आफ्टर इन्वेस्टिंग 150 रुपीज यू हैव 600 रुपीज, राइट। सो इन ऑयस्टर देयर इज अ मोर प्रॉफिट एज कंपेयर टू द बटर मशरूम।
Yes. But when the market is not very good for oyster, butter mushroom, the market is very flourishing.
It is
Oy-
different for a different area. It is different. I am in Ludhiana. Ludhiana now, Ludhiana people, they are getting aware from it. A simple observation is there. Day before yesterday, I just scrolling Blinkit. So
Okay.
Blinkit, in Blinkit you have butter mushroom 50 rupees for 200 grams, and oyster mushroom is 250 rupees for 250 grams. If it is showing on Blinkit, it is selling. So because we have
Okay.
not seen it, we think it is not available. So mushroom is there in Bangalore side. You can see mushroom, auricularia, hericium. They are producing these mushrooms only, not button mushroom.
Okay. Okay. And ma'am,
Yeah.
one more thing
Any
that
other
if
question?
anybody wants to do the training in physical form, so can they or he or she can come in PAU
Mhm.
and meet you and gets more insight on the
Oh,
trainings.
yeah, nice question, Dr. Anamishni. Nice question and timely asked, because our training is start from 4th May.
Okay.
You can register on PAU website,
Okay.
Skill Development Center. This is an online form.
Okay.
From 4th May to 8th May, 9 to 5 training is there. For first half, we are giving theory lectures. Second half, we have practical sessions.
Okay. So anybody want to join in
Yeah.
physical form, then they can go to PAU and meet the ma'am directly.
Yeah. I welcome you all to the
Okay, ma'am.
PAU.
Any more questions from the chat box? They can ask. Uh, okay, ma'am. One is asking if they can access your PPT.
You can access me, but not the PPT.
Right, ma'am. PPT to access.
You can write the email to me, because the content or figures I have put into it,
Okay.
it is required for the publication, so I can't share it with the
Okay.
people.
Right, ma'am.
So you can write to me, jaspreetkaur@pau.edu, if you require or have any query about it.
So I guess, ma'am, every query is solved, and ma'am has insightfully has given all the directions how you can cultivate the mushroom, be it in a small place or a bigger place, and you can make big differences in your lives by going to the mushroom cultivation or choosing it as one of your occupation. So, ma'am, I will thank you so much for your insightful and valuable words, and also for graciously sparing your precious time to be with us today. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you
ma'am.
so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Ramshi Yadav. I have a great time with you people. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Best wishes. Okay.
Now, thank you, ma'am. Now, I also warmly welcome and thank each one of you for this week of learning, collaboration, and innovation. May 2000, Future 2026 Faculty Upgradation Training, Upskilling for Research and Education. So the seeds of knowledge nurture the spirit of entrepreneurship and harvest the fruits of sustainable growth for generations to come. Now, looking forward, respected dignitaries, esteemed faculty, and dear participants, on behalf of the organizing committee, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all who made Future 2026 a resounding success. We are deeply thankful to our visionary leaders and guest speakers for sharing their wisdom and inspiring us towards academic excellence. Special appreciation goes to the faculty and researchers who embrace this journey of upskilling and innovation with such enthusiasm. We acknowledge the tireless effort of our organizing team, partners, and collaborators who dedicated brought to this program to life. Finally, we thank each participant for their active engagement, ensuring that the spirit of learning and collaboration continues beyond this event. Once again, thank you all for being a part of Future 2026. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
See you next time. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye.